This is the L2C Media Network, and this is the Sports Final. Steve Baxley. Now, with all the latest news in the world of sports, here's Steve. All right, how you doing, everybody? Welcome to another crazoid edition of the Sports Final. Have to remember, we're under a new name. Actually, it's the old name. We're just for tonight and for titles, we just shortened it up from the L2C Sports Final to just the Sports Final. Anyway, Steve the Baxman Baxley. It is a thrill, an honor, a privilege, and if you're wondering what I'm doing, just in case no one's been able to hear me, doing a little show of shows here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, today, well, wow. If you thought today was a stunningly, well, it is Labor Day, and most everything is, slow, a little lax. You're right. It's the last holiday of the summer, and why not spend it outside? Why not? Simple. We wouldn't have a gig here, but we do, and we shall get started. We got some things to talk about for you and to do in this hopefully 45-minute show. We want to remind you that our good friend Nick Rekieta, it's his anniversary. So we're going to get the commercial out of the way. Nick Rekieta and friends, as he has an anniversary, obviously, for Lost Blading the Interweb and his channel. So midnight Eastern time, or you can join it in progress. It should be a good broadcast as we reminisce, or as he will reminisce, about a lot of things, including Vic Mignogna and a lot of other things. So join the anniversary of Lost Blading the Interwebs tonight on the Rekieta Law channel, only here on YouTube. And while we're at it, let's just get to it, shallst we? We shallst. We'll talk about the NBA. Let's give you the NBA, shallst we? Here we go. And yes, friends, Toronto Raptors. Now, after losing game 3 and 4, the Celtics bounced back in a major way on Monday night, dominating Game 5 from start to finish, take a 111-89 win and a 3-2 series lead. Boston led from start to finish and set the tone early by holding the Raptors just 11 points in the first quarter. They dominated on both ends of the floor and led by as much as 30 at one point in the second half. Jaylen Brown recovered from a brutal Game 4 performance to lead the way with 27 points and 6 rebounds, and all 5 starters scored in double figures. The Raptors, well, they played miserable in Game 5 and were never able to recover. Their 11 first quarter points tied the franchise record for the second fewest points in any playoff quarter, and they couldn't keep the Celtics in front of them on the other end. Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam both struggled mightily, combining for only 20 points. Celtics win it big, 111-89. And, well, on the other end of the spectrum, believe me, there is a spectrum. Whoops. Hi there. Just a few moments ago, the LA Clippers beat the Denver Nuggets in Game 3 and lead the series 2-1. We are trying to put up the final score and get some of the info for you as we get to it, and we will. In fact, it's now final. Clippers beat the Nuggets 113-107. Paul George with 32 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Clips. And Jokic for Denver, 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. And by the way, for Celtics Raptors, Brown for Boston, 37 points. Oh, excuse me, 27 points and 6 rebounds. Van Fleet for Toronto had 18 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. There you go. That was a game, folks. It was a game. Let's, we only got the box score. We don't have a recap for you, so we'll have to dip that in if things, when we get more information. So stand by. We'll get you as much as we can of the Toronto game. Let's go now to some other big news for you, and in a rather Labor Day-ish type of sportscast tonight. Not much going around, but we did have a golf game, we did have baseball, etc. But how about this for a strange and bizarre report? But before we do that, let's give you the latest cut in football as we draw near, ever near. We got 3 days left. Actually, it's 2 days left. We don't count Monday. 2 days left before the Thursday kickoff of a very interesting, and we put that in that way, NFL football 2020 season. And a reminder, Wednesday night, right here, we have our first pick from the Rabbi. That's right. Our good friend, the Rabbi, is coming back from the Vatican Football League. Monsignor Rabbi Hiram Shecky Fleischman is rejoining us. He took over when the Pope was besieged with major problems. So we welcome Rabbi Shecky back to the flock here. And I think you're going to like his predictions. And we also welcome a new predictor of the animal kingdom. That's right. My cat, Uno, will be making predictions. She meowed her request to sit in the seat that has been absent since Misty, the Chihuahua Terrier, paid our predictions. And I think this is going to be my year to beat my mom in football predictions. But we shall see. She's a tricky person. Anyway, enough about that. We got this to do, so let's do it. New York Giants tend to release cornerback DeAndre Baker, according to Ian Rappaport of NFL Media. Baker was charged with 4 counts of armed robbery following a May 13th incident in Miramar, Florida, and was placed on the commissioner's exempt list shortly thereafter. The product from Georgia, number 27 jersey, had already been granted to recently acquired cornerback Isaac Yadam. It was clear Baker was not in the team's future plans. Seattle Seahawks cornerback Quentin Dunbar was allegedly involved in a situation that ended with an armed robbery. However, prosecutors declined to file criminal charges against Dunbar, citing insufficient evidence, according to CBS News. A separate report from WFOR CBS 4 Miami indicated that several party attendees were playing cards and gambling when a verbal altercation sparked. Baker allegedly flipped the table and pulled out a gun. Currently out on bond, the Florida native awaits his sentencing. If convicted, he faces a mandatory minimum of 10 years in prison. Baker, the number 30 overall selection, he becomes first player from the first round of the 2019 draft to be released or traded. New York is left with Corey Ballantyne, James Bradbury, Darnay Holmes, Julian Love, Brandon Williams, at the cornerback positions. The team also recently signed veteran Logan Ryan, who has the versatility to play cornerback or safety. The Giants open their season at home on Monday night against the Steelers on September 14th. Coach Joe Judge is taking over a team that finished 14-12 and in third place within the NFC East. We might as well just make this one There we go. This one blew up. Can you tell? The Lions have done the impossible. They have made the enemy thy new friend. That's right. This man has been long the thorn in the side of the Detroit Lions since he was, well, a Viking. And there were reports he was going to sign with the Lions, and a lot of people just sort of said, nah, that can't be true. Well, guess what? It is true. The Lions have signed former Viking and former Washington, please fill in the blanks, Adrian Peterson. That's right. Wow. Let's give you the words of whimsy from the Lions. And boy, oh boy, this is just, well, mind-blowing. See what I mean? Mind-blowing. Lions, thank you, boys. Lions signed former Viking and former Washington, fill in the blanks, free agent running back Adrian Peterson, and placed, placed running back Bo Scarborough comes to Detroit for his 14th NFL season after most recently spending the last 2 seasons with the Washington, fill in the blank. Entering the NFL out of Oklahoma as the 7th overall selection by the Minnesota Vikings in the 2007 NFL Draft, Peterson has also had stints with the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. He has career totals of 3,036 rushing attempts for 14,216 yards, 4.7 average, and 111 touchdowns, ranking 8th in NFL history in attempts, 5th in yards, and 4th in rushing touchdowns. The 2012 NFL MVP, Peterson has been named AP All-Pro 7 times, has been selected to 7 Pro Bowls, was a member of the NFL's 2010 All-Decade Team, and rushed for a NFL single-game record 296 yards on November 4th, 2007. And if you want to know more about how his teammates are saying howdy do, well, they're saying it. In fact, one of the Lions, Frank Ragnow, freaked out after he heard that his idol, Adrian Peterson, had signed with his team, the Lions. That's right. You heard me. Story in the Detroit Free Press said he spent the past day asking teammates how he should introduce himself to Peterson, who played his first 10 seasons with the Vikings and officially signed, as we said, a 1-year deal with the Lions on Monday. Ragnow said to the Detroit Free Press, I was freaking out so much. What year was he drafted? What was it like? 2007 or something like that? I think I got a jersey right when he entered the league, and I remember AD all day, baby. I remember him running for 296 yards versus the Chargers. I mean, wild, just wild. I can't even describe it. My family's freaking out. All of my friends back home are freaking out. It's pretty cool. The Lions told Peterson he could be starting week 1 and opting for a simple introduction. Hey, I'm Frank. This is incredible. So, maybe this is the spark of something big. We'll just have to wait and see. Lions open up on Sunday. You can catch the Lions on Fox, I do believe. And speaking, which Kiddums. I think we can do this story now. If I had told you that after an embarrassing loss, a college football coach resigned, you would say, Steve, you's nuts. That can't be true. Well, guess what? It's true. Southern Miss coach Jay Hobson has resigned from his position just 1 game into the 2020 college football season. Athletic Director Jeremy McClain announced on Monday. Co-offensive coordinator Scotty Walden will take over as interim head coach of the Golden Eagles. Now, thank you. Now, Hobson took over the Southern Miss program prior to the 2016 season. He went 28-23 overall and 20-12 in Conference USA play over the last 4+ seasons. He led the Golden Eagles to 3 bowl games, but never finished higher than second place in the Conference USA West Division, and he served as an assistant coach with the program from 2001, 2003, and 2005 to 2007. McLean had this to say about it. Coach Hobson came to me after last Thursday's game to discuss what was on his heart. After much discussion over the weekend, he and I agreed that new leadership for our football program is needed. Coach Hobson has been a part of our program for 10 years. I appreciate his commitment to Southern Miss, and I wish Jay and his family nothing but the best. Hobson's Golden Eagles lost 32-21 to Southern Alabama on Thursday night in the season opener, despite being 13.5-point favorites, according to William Hill Sportsbook. The defense gave up 526 yards to Jaguars, which included 363 passing yards and 12.1 yards passing attempt combined between Desmond Trotter and Chance Leverich. Hobson continued. After heartfelt discussion with Jeremy, Hobson, the former coach. After heartfelt discussion with Jeremy, we have come to a mutual agreement for me to step down as head coach. I am in total agreement with this change in leadership and truly believe it is in the best interest of the players, coaches, and this entire program. I cannot thank Dr. Bennett and our administration enough for the opportunity that they gave me. I wish Southern Miss nothing but the best, and I'm thankful for all that they have done for me and my family. Now, previously, Hobson was 32-17 over 4 seasons at FCS Alcorn State from 2012 to 2015. Won the SWAC in 2014-2015, led the Braves to the inaugural Celebration Bowl, which pits the SWAC and the MEAC champions after the 2015 season. So, good deal. Much love to Coach Hobson and a bright future ahead. Sail well. Which do we sail well with? Let's go with more. Let's go with the NFL report. And the Las Vegas Raiders caused plenty of people to scratch their heads and ruin a teleprompter when they executed a trade as part of their final roster cutdown on Saturday, sending rookie Lynn Bowden Jr. to the Miami Dolphins at a swap of 2021 draft picks. The Athletic reported shortly afterward that the Raiders were happy to find a customer for Bowden, despite just spending the 80th overall pick on the Kentucky product, in a large part because of perceived off-field concerns, but now General Manager Mike Mayock has offered an explanation of his own. Mayock said on Sunday, per Tashawn Reed of The Athletic, number one, it was a football decision only. Character off the field, the kid did absolutely nothing wrong. We did all our homework on the kid off the field. He worked his tail off. He came to work every day. So this was completely a football decision. It had nothing to do with anything else. Quite frankly, I think the position change is a difficult one in any year, but it's exaggerated in a COVID-19 year with no off season. You're taking a kid that was a slot receiver in 18, a quarterback in 19, and asking him to play running back in 20. Really, the only other thing I'm going to say about it is that it was my call. He was not able to play today at the level expected. Because of that, we felt like we had to make a move. Again, it's 100% on me, end quote. Mayock's remarks at least partially run counter to the notion that the 20-year-old Bowden was also concerned outside of the running back field. Vic Toffer of The Athletic reported Saturday that some at the team facility thought the rookie was getting more and more distracted in Vegas. It might be a negative influence on fellow first-year playmakers Henry Ruggs and Damon Arnett. Either way, it's a true indictment on the Raiders, as Mayock noted. There's a reason teams almost never give up on day 2 draft picks within a year or two, let alone before said draft pick has taken a single snap with the team, whether or not Vegas misjudged Bowden's character or on-field prospects, the club misjudged him rather severely. Even if Mayock is telling the truth that Bowden was an instant and abject swing and a miss at the running back spot. It's not as if the Raiders couldn't have foreseen a shortened offseason coming, with COVID-19 already disrupting the draft at which Vegas selected the rookie. In any event, Bowden is expected to compete for touches behind Jordan Howard, Matt Breida, Myles Gaskin, and Patrick Laird in Miami, his second NFL home in less than 6 months. Okay, let's go to the scoreboard in Major League Baseball because the NHL went on I think NHL had a day off for Labor Day, and we just gave you the two basketball scores. So let's begin. Like the rainbow. Let's begin with this. Okay, right now let's give you a bona fide look at some of the games that are still going on in progress. The Rockies and Padres are at the bottom of the ninth inning. They are scoreless. Rockies and Padres zip 0-7-2 for the Rocks, 0-4-0 for the Pods. In the ninth inning, it is the Athletics 6, the Astros nothing, 6-8-0 for the Athletics, 0-7-0 for the Stros. Let's kick it up a notch with some finals. Final on 10 innings. Marlins over the Braves 5-4, 5-9-3 for the Marlins, 4-8-2 for the Braves. Kinsler gets the win for the Marlins. He's 2-3. Minter gets a loss for the Braves. He's 1-1, and Vincent gives the Marlins his third save. Rojas for Miami, the shortstop, 4 for 5, run, 2 doubles, and 2 RBIs. Vincent, the Miami pitcher, pitched 1 full inning, didn't give a hit, didn't give an earned run, didn't get a strikeout, and didn't get a walk. Another 10-inning final to be proud of. The Phils beat the Mets 9-8, 9-9-2 for the Phils, 8-13-0 for the Mets. Workman, ring that bell. Give it to the Phils. Split the uprights 1-1 for the win. Castro got the loss for the Mets. He also is 1-1. And Neris gets his third save for the Phils. Segura, the Phils second baseman, went 4 for 5, 2 runs, a homer, double, a single. 4 out of 5, 2 runs, a homer, a double, and 5 ribs. Ramirez for the Mets, the pitcher, went 5 full, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout, and no walks. Tigers had a very easy time of it, then the Twins destroyed it, beating the Tigers 6-2 in Minnesota. 6-10-0 for the Twins, 2-3-0 for Tigers. Pineda gets the win for the Twins. He's 1-0, and Fulmer got the upset. He's 0-1. Pineda for Minnesota tap dance for 7 full, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, got 8 strikeouts and 2 walks. Buxton for Minnesota, center fielder, went 2 for 4, run, a homer, double, and an RBI. All right, Mo, how do you like it? How do you like it? The Cubbies come back after last night's humbleness. They defeat the St. Louis Cardinals 5-1, 5-10-0 for the Cubs, 1-7-2 for the Cards. Hendricks gets the win. He's 5-4 on Oviedo. Gets a loss for the Cards. He's 0-2. Hendricks, the pitcher for Chicago, busted up 8 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, got 4 strikeouts and no walks. And Hap for Chicago, the center fielder, went 1 for 2, got a run, a double, and 3 walks. Mariners overtake the Rangers 8-4, 8-7-0 for the Mariners, 4-6-0 for the Rangers. Gonzalez gets the win for the Mariners. He's 5-2. Allard suffers his 5th loss in a row without a win for the Rangers. And Ramirez gets his 3rd save for the Mariners. Gonzalez, the Seattle pitcher, pitched 7 full, gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, got 7 strikeouts and no walks. More. How do you like it? Second baseman Moore for Seattle, 2 for 5. 2 runs, a homer, double, and 4 RBIs. And the World Series defending champs, the Washington Nationals, made Baby Sharks smile with a beatdown on the Tampa Bay Rays 6-1. 6-10-0 for the Nats, 1-8-0 for the Rays. Scherzer gets the win. He's 4-2. Morton gets the loss. He's 1-2. And Hudson got his 8th save for the Nats. Scherzer, the Washington pitcher, pitched 7 full. Gave up 6 hits, no earned runs, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Hudson, the Washington pitcher, went just a third of an inning, gave up no hit, no earned runs, got a strikeout, and no walks. Cleveland Indians defeated the Kansas City Royals by a score of 5-2, 5-8-0 for Cleveland, 2-9-2 for the Royals. Plesac gets the win for the Clevelands. He's 3-1. Keller gets a loss for the Royals. He's 3-2. And Hand, hi there, Hand, boom, got his 12th save. Hand for Cleveland, the pitcher, pitched 1 inning, gave up no hits, no earned runs, got 3 strikeouts, and no walks. Plesac, the Cleveland pitcher, pitched full 7, gave up 7 hits, 1 earned run, got 4 strikeouts, and no walks. Blue Jays over the Yankees 12-7, 12-12-2 for the Jays, 7-9-2 for the A's. Reed Foley for the Blue Jays gets the win. He's 1-0. And Ottavino for the Yankees gets a loss and a humbling 2-3 record. Jansen, the Toronto catcher, went 1 for 3, a run, a home run, and 4 RBIs, along with 2 walks. And Voit for the Yankees, first baseman, 2 out of 4, 2 runs, a homer, an RBI, and a walk. Giants over the Diamondbacks, 4-2, 4-6-1 for the Giants, 2-3-1 for the Diamondbacks. Gausman went 3-2 for the win, while Gallen split the uprights and went 1-1 with the loss. And Coonrod gave San Francisco a big walloping joy, his 2nd save. Gausman, San Francisco pitcher, pitched a full 6, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, got 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. Coonrod, San Francisco pitcher, pitched 1 1/3, gave up a hit, gave up an earned run, got a strikeout, but no walks. And is that all for that? Yes, that is. That's all for that. Well, hush my mouth and call me Junior. Alrighty. Oh, boy. Yeah, howdy. Okay, what do we do, Bubbles? Oh, yes. Let's talk about golf while we can, and then we'll give you a couple of leftover sports headlines that, once again, passed us by during this lovely little shindig. Well, Justin Johnson. Let's try that again. Well, Dustin Johnson finished what he had started at the beginning of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Oh, boy, and was he good. That's right. He took home the 2020 Tour Championship at East Lake Golf Club on Monday. Johnson, 21 under, won by 3 strokes over Xander Schauffele and Justin Thomas, touching off an insane 5-week stretch in which Johnson lost to just 2 golfers, Colin Morikawa at the PGA Championship and Jon Rahm in a playoff at the BMW Championship over the last 4 weeks. Coincidentally for Johnson, who led all golfers in playoff scoring by a wide margin with playing partner Schauffele and Thomas closing in on him. DJ scuffled a bit at the end of the front 9 and opened the back with 3 straight pars. Then he left himself 21 feet for par on the 13th. With the tip getting tight, he smashed it into the back of the cup and played the rest of the way in 1 under for 3-stroke win. Johnson told NBC, quote, this is a difficult golf course, so no lead is really safe. I knew I was going to have to come down and play really well. I hit the fairways when I needed to coming down the stretch. The guys gave me a good fight today. Well, the stats are staggering. Everywhere you look, there's a different number that tells the story of just how dominant Dustin Johnson has become throughout the last part of the year. The fact that only one golfer, Morikawa, has outright beaten him over 72 hours in 4 of the best fields in 2020 is astonishing and underscores his phenomenal ceiling as a golfer. Now, the spoils are nice too. Johnson collects his 23rd career PGA Tour win, a $15 million check, and likely the PGA Tour Player of the Year award after winning the Travelers Championship, the Northern Trust, and the Tour Championship over these last few months. Now, that's not how his years started out either. Now, he scuffled to just one top 10 at a full field event, even before the PGA Tour paused. Then after winning the Travelers, she shot 280s and a 78 consecutively before this Tour PGA Championship and playoff run. A short memory truly is a great thing. Now Johnson will be long on cash and the rest of the season. He enters the 3-day off season as the 8-1 favorite to win the U.S. Open in 2 weeks and among the favorites to win the Masters in November. Now, with the FedEx Cup in his clutches, all that remains in his stellar career is to start stacking up major championship after major championship. And he'll have plenty of opportunities over the next few years. And if he keeps playing like this or anywhere near it, he'll have plenty of those trophies too. What a game, and here's how they all finished. Dustin Johnson at 21 under. We had a two-way tie for second between Justin Thomas and Alexander Schauffele at minus 18. John Rahm was fourth with minus 17. Scotty Scheffler was fifth at minus 14, and Colin Morikawa was a very distant. All right, T2. We got about 15 minutes of a show left. Wow, this is amazing. This is weird. This is London. No, this is not London. It's mid-Michigan. Let's do this. 16 minutes past the hour of midnight Eastern time. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley. This is the Sports Final on the L2C Media Network and on YouTube. And we're glad you're with us. And here we go with more headlines. This time back to the pigskin. DeAndre Hopkins and the Arizona Cardinals are closing in on a contract extension, according to Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network. Rappaport noted that the star receiver constructed the deal on his own accord. Hopkins, who was traded from Houston to Arizona during the offseason, had 3 years remaining on his 5-year, $81 million contract in terms of annual salary. Hopkins is currently tied for 8th among the league's highest-paid receivers, according to Over the Cap. Atlanta's Julio Jones, or as much as Hopkins, who makes $16.2 million on a mil. AJ Green, $16.2 million. Hopkins' new deal will likely jump considerably on an annual basis. The 21-year-old Hopkins made All-Pro each of the past 3 seasons, and during his 7 seasons in Houston, the former first-round pick caught 632 passes for 8,602 yards and 54 touchdowns. He led the NFL with 13 touchdown receptions in 2017. His first season playing with Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson last fall, Hopkins caught 104 of 150 targets for 1,165 yards and 7 touchdowns while helping the Texans advance to the AFC divisional round. Now, Hopkins will look to build a rapport with Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray, last year's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's also enjoying the opportunity to work with future Hall of Fame receiver Larry Fitzgerald. And I will say this. It's great to have a nice backup Much like the Lions, this could be a very interesting year. So stay tuned for that. All right, it is, believe it or not, 20 minutes past the hour of midnight. That means we have 10 minutes with you remaining on a little teapot. So what do we do about this? Scoreboard, right? Even if it is Labor Day, we got scoreboard for you. So let's do that scoreboard that we do so well. September 8th, 2020, it is. Oh, God, is that, wow. This year especially, is finally going bye-bye. And we will be so glad. Oh, will we ever be glad? Okay. Now, we updated on soccer scores and what's happening in other little realms of this wide world of sport. So, let's begin on that spin. In the UEFA Nations League in Europe, League A, Poland defeated Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-1. Italy deposited the Netherlands in the lost column 1-0. In League B, Romania over Austria 3-2. Scotland over Czech Republic 2-1. Israel and Slovakia tied at 1. Norway over Northern Ireland 1-5. And in Nations League C, Belarus over Kazakhstan 2-1. And Lithuania over Albania 2-1. There you go. Okay, let's see. Do we do? Yep, we did. All right. And by the way, it was Tampa Bay Lightning over the New York Islanders 8-2. We'll give you the rundown of the 3-star selection probably tomorrow or before we go off the air. One game in the Japanese Nippon Professional Baseball, and that was the Omori Giants beating up the Hashin Tigers 3-2. Takahashi of the Hashan Tigers gets lost. He went to ballet. He got his tutu. Mercedes, the pitcher for Omori Giants, got the win. He's 3-4, and once again for the Omori Giants, 3-11-0. For the Hashin Tigers, 2-6-2. The Carpenter Bay Stars were postponed due to inclement weather. Okay, and in South Korea, the Korean Baseball Organization, only one game to talk about. The Lotte Giants over the LG Twins, 12-6. 12-16-1 for the Giants, 6-16-0 for the Twins. Mm-hmm. And woof. And let's see. Not much in the realm of soccer. We've already mentioned the PGA Tour Championship. Do we have any soccer whatsoever? Well, just one game. Wow. Okay, we have about 7 minutes left, and I think, by the way, if you want, now it's come time. We got about 7 minutes officially left in our sweet little broadcast, and we'll see indeed all that we have to say hello to. Let's get started, shall we? We begin with a spin and a hockey do to Heather Chantal Von Horn, Ricky Pickrell, Yuki Tanaka, Anne-Marie Mann, Jay the Brain Man, Matthew Nichols, Jerry Nichols, Nancy Nichols, Christina Peterson, and Angela Peterson, Brenda Gaminsky, Robert Overhoff, Sharon Baxley, Brenda Dixon, Brian Mann, Chad Hupp, Ethan J., the Jewish rapper Rebecca Nicole Petkis, Paul Anthony Slawinski, Von Pickerel, Anthony Pickerel, Amy Hayes, Stacy Hayes, Frida Hayes, Morris Hayes, Bobby Langford, Jeff Rollo, Marley Wiley, Blind Lemon, George Templeton, Nellie K9, Mrs. Nellie K9, Insapod, and everybody else in that realm of realms. January, Jay Keaton, Claudia Treos, Samantha Phillips, Samantha O'Neill, Casey Ann, Monica Cram, Gary Cram, Helena Kirby, Cassie Little, who else? Vanessa Elise Messenger, Brenda Dixon, Kumasi Aaron. Who else do we signify our loyalty to, if any? Linda Steele, how you doing? Let's see, whom else? Roman Ronan, Gene Hubbard, Mark Boone, Michael Pickrell, Sparks, Charlene Jeter, Courtney Perna, Marissa Torres, Lou Parker, Manuela Marchigani, of course, the sweet one, Kimberly Wells. On Instagram, or as we just significantly like to call it, the Gram, we're gonna make this. My gosh. Oh, Portia Coleman as well. So there you go. On to the Instagram. And we say hello and a sweet howdy do to Audrey Dahlgren, Alex Sims, Nick Mantis, all my friends at Channel 6, all my friends over at Fox 26 in Houston, Dominique Keith, Tom Ziska, Melissa Wilson, Dr. Jim, and the sports guys down there. We also say hi to Brenda Gaminsky. Hello to, as we said, Portia Coleman, AJ Katz, Dorothy Malone, of course, Courtney Lynn Elwood, and a great group again known as Dorothy Malone. We say hi and how are ya to Friensty. Whom else do we say hi to? Of course, Presley and Taylor. How you doing? Oreki, how you doing? Annie's Fine Arts. How you doing? Tess Broussard. Hello. How are you? And Louisa Fernanda. And of course, Peter Oeda. All my friends on Facebook, on Twitter, and on the Gram. And folks, believe it or not, that's going to wrap it up for us. We have lasted about a full, well, this says 46 minutes. I'm going to say it was a full hour. So we thank you very much for joining us, putting up with our shenanigans here, as we usually do every night with our sports final broadcast. We'll see you tomorrow, sort of the same time, and right here on YouTube. But for now, for everybody here involved in the sports final and L2C Sports, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley, hoping your favorite team always wins, and saying to America, good night, wherever and whomever you are. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network. And I am Steve the Baxman Baxley again, saying thank you, good night, God bless, and be well. Blessings to all. Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.